Yet again, we're at all-time highs and they're not taking any trades today. I'm going to break down today's recap, today's session, and explain to you guys why I did not take a trade today. And we just keep going at all-time highs. We just keep breaking new highs, which that's really cool. That's really cool if you have long-term stocks, which I do, which is insane because this keeps going up. I'm making more money, but I'm not actually making money because I'm not selling my stocks yet. But it's just nice to know that it's going up. But for day trading, it's not really doing much because I'm not taking any trades. And for me, it's honestly a little hard to trade when we're at all-time highs. And I'll explain why. Hey guys, it's Will. Welcome to the channel. I'm a part-time day trader trying to become a full-time. Today's Monday, September 22nd. And we currently are in the last week of September. Did not take any trades, like I said. Zooming out to the bigger time frames, if I go to the 1 hour and show you guys just the bigger time frames, you can see that the market is just going higher. We're just currently just going in a slow uptrend, and it just never going down, which is kind of insane. Like every single week the market has been literally just going up this whole month. Now when I go to the 30 minutes, what I do is I mark out my previous day's highs and my previous day's lows. My previous day's highs is my green dashed lines and my red dashed lines is my previous day's lows. So I do mark that out every day, and it doesn't mean that I would trade it if I see a break and retest over it. My strategy is the break and retest, and I do make sure that it aligns with other levels as well, like my supply and demand levels. If I do take a trade, if it breaks down like this previous day's low levels, it doesn't make sense for me to take it down, or it doesn't make sense for me to trade it because there's a path level right here, which is the previous all-time highs. If I short this, I can just get stuck in this level right here, and then this can basically just go up because it's still a level on the charts, and it's hard for me to trust this because you just never know what will happen. Yeah, it may break down, but it may play a lot of games with you. And this trade right here is only like 50 points, and that's not enough for me to take a trade. Where I got this level is, this is the level, previous all-time highs, and this was this pre-market low right here. I did try shorting this level on the previous week, or on Thursday, and I did take a loser right there. And that's probably why I lost, because I'm trying to short. One, is just a bit too early for me to short, and we're still in a bullish market. That's probably why I lost. If I try it again, I might just lose again. So I'm going to stay away from that. I got to follow the market structure. I got to follow the trend. Then when I go to the ES, I have the previous day's highs right here marked out and my previous day's lows. The ES is a bit more clear for the downside because the previous day's lows is right here, and then it aligns, or it has like some confluences here, and it shows that there is a potential level there that if it does break down and I see a retest, a proper retest, then I'll take it for a short. But I gotta make sure it aligns with the Nasdaq, and then I'll take it. And I also have the previous highs on the ES that if it does break above, I can long it. But when I go to both markets, because I do look at both markets when I trade, that's why I go to the 2-minute time frame, and this is what happens in the intraday. Market opens and we're just inside this zone right here. Once we're inside this zone, I don't take any trades because nothing is happening. I only take break and retest. Since this is not a break, because nothing is happening in this level right here, because nothing is actually breaking, because there's no levels around this area. This is basically just a no trade zone. It's only in a range. So once the market did actually break above the previous day's highs on the Nasdaq, it looks good, but it's hard to trust because around this time, around 10:30ish, the ES is still below this previous day's highs. And for me, I want to make sure that the market aligns. It also depends on the context of the market and what I like seeing in the charts. But since that we're just breaking above here and we're really close to this previous day's highs on the ES, because the ES might just bring the market down and I'll just like get faked out and I lose this trade. But when you look at the Nasdaq now, it looks like it just went straight up. I could have got a good trade there, but in actuality, it's still hard for me to trust, and I did not take the trade because I did not trust my levels. This right here is basically a break and retest, but I don't like the candles as much. And although I could have tried it, I don't really want to try something if it's not really that clear for me. It is not A+ for me, so I'm not going to try it at all. For me, I like targeting at 3-to-1. So if I do enter this trade, let's say I get it here, like a break of this candles, and then put my stop loss underneath this lower here. And then my target would be a 3-to-1, which would be above right here, or like 75 points would I target. And that's just not enough. Although it still can just play around this level all day, it's very hard for me to trust when the ES is just breaking down, and I don't know if this will even work out in the first place. I could have got in, and then once it went up, I could have moved my stop loss to around here where we're basically break even. And then if the ES decides to hold this level right here, I could have got a good trade. Like I said earlier, the markets has been going all-time highs this whole month. If I go back to the bigger time frames on the Nasdaq, during this whole month, which is around here, the market was just going straight up all the time, and it was breaking new highs every week basically, because this was the high and then it was breaking up every single week, or it was just really getting close to this all-time highs area. And for me, it's hard for me to trade because when I do take trades intraday, I don't know where the high can be, because the market may break new highs, but we never know how far it can go, because it can just go up higher, maybe go up a little bit and then fall back down, or maybe it just goes up all day. But it's a very slow grind that you never know that when it will fall back down. Usually the upside is always going to be slower grinds, and when there's like trending markets, when there's like breaking all-time highs, the markets are very slow and it just like takes all day for it to get higher, but it does eventually go higher. But since it's like that, it's hard for me to trust. It's hard for me to actually target something. It's because if I did actually have a supply zone right here, like let's say right here, I know that I have the continuation to go all the way up here, and I can just take a small profit over here. But if there's nothing above there, I just never know where the target can be. That's why I don't like trading it that much. Although I can target a risk reward, it's just the grind and just waiting all day. It's just not what I like doing. It's just a different market condition that it's not the best for my strategy, because it's a very slow grind and I'm not trying to be here in the charts all day, and I'm not even able to be in the charts all day here all day. It's nice that the Nasdaq did do a break and retest above this previous highs, and you can just trust it, and just hopefully it just goes up longer and you can target a risk reward. But it's hard for me to trust when the ES is just failing this previous highs, because I do like market alignment and there's divergence in the market right now. I rather just have a better setup, wait for a better quality setup so that I can actually have a proper risk reward and do well, because this right now works, but usually this has a lot of fake outs and there's a lot of games around this and you just never know. That's why I'd rather be more confident and waiting for a proper setup. We still do have the rest of the week, and we'll see if I take any more trades or if I take any trades at all. And that is it for this recap. And what I like to say is, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day. And I'll see you in the next one.